Good morning. Welcome to Column Hinge at Alpha Omega Mystery School. We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas. Halfway between Joshua Tree and Area 51 in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, May 3rd, 2020. The ancient magic ritual you're about to experience is unique in the world. Written and performed from the first-person perspective of Jesus of Nazareth, this rite comes from the Bruce Codex, an ancient pre-Christian manuscript rediscovered beneath the sands of Egypt in 1769, containing the lost books of Iao, the first and second books of Iao, which purport to contain the secret teachings of Jesus to his disciples. I'm Bishop David Griffin.
I'm Reverend High Priestess Leslie McQuaid.
And this is the second coming of the magic of Jesus.
The sun is the dispenser of light to the earth. May the living light of the God force inflame our souls with abundant life.
Our destiny lies amongst the stars, and to the stars we shall ascend. Before we begin this morning, I just want to point out to those of you who attend regularly, we're going to wait until tomorrow morning to start the next treasury.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. Breathe deeply. Feel how each breath deepens your relaxation and focus, and excites sensations on your skin, in your stomach, in your muscles. And as you are breathing deeply and feeling deeply into each and every part of yourself, visualize yourself as the tree of life, however it is you imagine that tree to be, and grow your branches up high into alpha sky. Drive your roots down deep into Omega Earth. I call on you in the east, Alpha. I call on you in the west, Omega. I call on you in the north, Alpha. I call on you in the south, Omega.
Alpha.
Et Omega.
The beginning
and the end.
and the path of the age between. Sunrise
And sunset.
and the path of life between. Birth
And death.
and the path of life between. Once again, we gather here at this sacred place at Column Hinge, and reaching out with the energy of our energetic bodies, we reconnect with the invisible life force, God force all around us. And reconnecting with this divine life energy, we call upon the angels in the invisible. Na-e-i-e-a. Na-e-i-e-a. Aiza. Aiza. A-I-O. A-I-O. And there, and there are 12 heads in his treasury, and these are the names that are in the places. When they sing praises to my Father, and he gives light power to them. O mighty angel, head in the place of the east, we invoke you, using your secret name left to us by the living Jesus. Alezaita. Alezaita. El Mozaz. El Mozaz. Ozezei. Ozezei. Zez-us. Zez-us. Zuzaya. Zuzaya. Ozoboaze. Ozoboaze. Zeoma-e. Zeoma-e. Azozaya. Azuzaya. Zezai. Zezai. Azaya. Azaya. Eaza. Eaza. Zoaza. Zoaza. And so we completed our journey through the places, invoking each of the 12 mighty angels, head in their proper place, until at length we came into the place of the midst, the place of perfect balance, the place of the Father of the treasure of light. O Father of the treasure of light, by your cipher and by your name we invoke you. Ayeza. Ayeza. Let the divine light descend. It is our fervent prayer and the intention of this ritual to establish human freedom worldwide.
Human freedom worldwide!
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
And protect the integrity of our genetic code.
Protect the integrity of Homo sapiens' genetic code.
Restore the purity of our air.
Restore the purity of our air.
Of our water.
Restore the purity of our water.
Of our food.
Restore the purity of our food.
And our medicines.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
May all those who search for the waters of life promised by the Master Jesus come to discover the living God force all around you, and how to flood our souls with this living light, divine life energy. And then in that hour when death comes calling, may we shed this physical body like a serpent sheds his skin and ascend directly into the kingdom of light. And now, wherever you may be, whatever your need or affliction may be, ask with a pure and open heart for a miracle, and it shall be given to you. All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing together helps you achieve anything you want to achieve. That's because this magical rite is all about you. About building your willpower, about remembering that you are a sovereign individual in control of yourself. We here in the United States are blessed that we have a constitution that enshrines our God-given rights, first written down in the Magna Carta. It is incredibly important that we are free and recognize that we have free will and that we are sovereign. To be sovereign means to rule over one's own self. And that is what we do when we have freedom. We make the decisions. We decide what we think is right, and then we act on that. And because we all act together, each individual action then, by sheer coincidence and not by design, becomes the collective action. That is when the collective is strong, when it is made of sovereign individuals. Do not mistake the collective of slaves as a true collective. If you have no free will, it is a false union that you enter into with other humans. The only true partnership that can be had is between two willful, powerful, sovereign individuals. Do not give up your freedoms lightly. Things once gained are easy to hold on to, but once lost, very difficult to reclaim. Freedom is the ability to do that which you see fit, without having to check in with a government or any one human else. The only entity you need check in with to decide what is good and right for you is you and your God. Let nothing come between this relationship. When you, with your powerful will, breathe into God force and sustain your moral compass there you will find what you need to understand about being sovereign. Breathe in God force energy. Remember your freedoms. Your freedoms were given to you by God, not a human or a piece of paper. We enshrine these rights on pieces of paper so that we may have something to show, to hold up and say, no, we know what our rights are. Here they are, and we demand these things now because they reflect our sovereignty, our will, our power on this earth. Today, as you breathe in God force energy, remember your sovereignty and follow that which you know is morally right.
Thank you, Leslie, for those inspiring words this morning. They actually are very, very timely. Those of you who have been with us here at these morning rituals for any length of time will recall that Leslie and I were very, very early in warning about the coronavirus. It's because we were watching the images come out of China. We're very well informed. We see the things that are happening around us very quickly. We became very, very concerned about it. And it was very, very concerning. At the beginning, we didn't know anything about this. In fact, we Americans are very, very reasonable persons. And so we accepted for a time restrictions on our freedom, restrictions on our movement, restrictions on assembly, restrictions on freedom of speech for a while. But that while has passed, the reasonable amount of time has passed. And we've seen in the meantime that there have been those among us, especially certain governors, who have taken it upon themselves to assume much more power than they needed to in this crisis, taking advantage of Americans' willingness to be reasonable. The time has come, folks, for us now to reassert our freedoms. Like Leslie said, with responsibility. We are grown-ups. We know how to do social distancing. We can make the decisions for ourselves. We do not need a nanny state imposing its will on us in order for us to thrive. We can take mature, adult decisions and be free. Especially things become concerning after the capricious and arbitrary of imposition of power, forbidding certain things is non-essential while others are essential according to the whims of overreaching governors. But now, things go too far when people step out to protest such overreach. And these overreaching governors send in police to arrest protesters, taking away our right to address our government for grievances, our right, freedom to assemble, our freedom of speech, our freedom to protest. The time for patience with such overreach has passed. The time has now for us to stand up as Americans and say, I am free. I am sovereign. I am responsible, self-responsible. If you'd like to know more about this ritual, please drop by our website at alphaomega.church. While you're there, be sure to download our free ebook, which gives you the 3, not 1, but 3 secret baptisms of Jesus, together with an explanation of what really happened and how the magic of Jesus was forbidden by the early church, and how certain misguided pastors continue to try to forbid even the magic of Jesus until today, which is, as Christians, our great patrimony here in the West. Also, while you're there, please consider making a donation. You'll find our donations page very easily. We depend entirely and completely on you. So, thanks for coming out. We really appreciate your being here. And remember, as always, have faith and expect a miracle.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work better than expected.